Hey guys, Backyard Scientist here. I just got back from a trip to Maker Faire, New York City. I met a bunch of really cool people there, saw some of my favorite YouTubers, and there's all kinds of awesome experiments there. Everything from this giant hydraulic hand that can crush cars to Kermit the Frog on a tricycle.
Good boy.
Matter Hackers threw a party on top of the hotel roof, and Sandra and I got to spend a day in the city. I also spoke at a panel. It was called Learn by Doing, and I got a bunch of really cool suggestions on new videos to make. But in the meantime, I want to share something really fun and unique with you. All you need is some rubber bands and a piece of string. Just pull it back and Supersonic rubber band whip. Check it out. I was talking to the guy that discovered this at Maker Faire. He said he was trying to make a toy for his cat and he might have accidentally added a few too many rubber bands, and then the unmistakable sound of a supersonic whip cracking. It really is that simple. Just double chain together 5 rubber bands and tie a string on the end about 4 feet long. It's a pretty foolproof design. No matter what you do, it's gonna work. I've tried it with different types of string, different sizes of rubber bands, and it always works. But if you wanna know what I did, I just double chained together the thick rubber bands, and the string is about this long. There is some technique required in getting a good snap of the whip, and it's all about how you hold it. First, you need to grab the string right here where you tied it onto the rubber bands. Then you need to put your thumb and your index finger like this and grab it on the first knot of the first rubber band. This prevents the rubber bands from smacking into your hand, most of the time. My younger viewers may want to tie a stick to the end of the rubber band so they can really stretch it out the full length. Also, I usually don't mention this, but you might want to think about wearing some safety glasses for this one because sometimes the string comes back and hits you in the face. I've never had it hit me hard enough to be dangerous, but it might be, who knows. Better safe than sorry, right? Anyway, now that you've made your whip, what fun things can you do with it besides scaring your dogs? I invited my brother over so we can find out. All right, so we've got our whips made and we're gonna try to knock down this water balloon, see if we can bust it open with the whips. My turn first. All right, let's try it. Now I've had a little bit of practice at it, so I'm feeling pretty confident. Oh,
That's not confidence.
Oh man.
Oh,
there we go.
Wow.
4 shots. Even at 1,500 frames per second, it's still hard to see exactly how fast that whip is going. But still, not only does it pop the balloon, but it completely explodes the water on the inside of the balloon also. I tried to get it 5,000 frames per second, and it's pretty cool how the whip actually broke the balloon on this one. Instead of just snapping it right in the middle, it kind of wound up on the outside of the balloon and broke it that way. All right, oh wait, okay, hold on, your turn.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
You're a little to the right.
right below it.
Up and to the left. Got it.
Nice!
Nailed it.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
Yeah, you really smacked that one. Great shot by my brother Riley. He really nailed that balloon. I mean, he only picked up that whip about 5 minutes ago, and it's surprisingly accurate. You know, it's easy to aim and it's easy to hit your targets with. Okay, so now we're going to try a flaming whip because we saw online somebody had a giant bull whip and they soaked it in gasoline or something, and it was really impressive. So we're gonna try soaking it in carburetor cleaner.
Hey. That's a big fire. Whoa!
Was there a fireball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it didn't swing off the end of the whip and explode like I thought it would. No, it didn't quite explode, but I still think that was some pretty cool slow motion. You can kind of tell that the explosion happens when I first let go of the whip instead of when the whip snaps forward. And you can see my fingers on fire also. But I gotta say, the whip snapping on your fingers hurts a lot more than the split second of fire. Watching this video, I'm sure that there's some of you who doubt that this is actually going supersonic. I mean, just a couple of rubber bands making a string break the speed of sound sounds pretty crazy, right? The part of the whip actually breaking the speed of sound is the very tip at the end right here. It's when it's kind of going forward and it whips around really fast. That little whip right at the end there, that's the part that breaks the speed of sound. If you remember watching my Nerf dart video when I used Schlieren imaging to show the Nerf dart breaking the speed of sound, you could do the same thing with this whip. I don't have that setup anymore, but here's a clip of a whip breaking the sound barrier and you can clearly see the shockwaves forming. Something else you might notice is every time you shoot the whip, a little bit of fluff appears at the end of the whip. And that's because of when the whip goes supersonic and turns around really fast, some of that cotton just flies off the end and breaks off. So eventually your whip will get shorter and shorter and you'll have to put a new string on it. Now we're going to be trying to hit this soda can with the whip and trying to open it. I don't think it's strong enough to go through the can, but maybe if we hit it right on the seam, it'll open up the drink and we can open it that way.
Ooh.
Keep...
You're
Hey, it's
too far
leaking,
towards
I
me.
think. There's water coming out.
really?
Wait, really?
Yeah, look, isn't that water from it? Right there.
Wait.
On the stool.
Oh yeah, I did it.
It's spurting.
Wow, look at that. That was a perfect hit. So I was pretty surprised. I actually managed to crack open the can just by hitting it right on that little seam there to open it, but I wouldn't really call that opening a can. So I've made this bigger whip right here with a made out of paracord and this latex bungee, and this should just snap the can right open. If it doesn't snap my hand off, it's pretty powerful. I can't even tell. Oh, it's hidden to the left. Whoa, okay. Whoops, I kind of missed my target there. I meant to hit the front of the can, but hey, I opened it anyway. Let's get back to the action. Where were we again? I don't think I should put this in the video. So I know you're all probably wondering this. I'm gonna let my brother Riley whip me on the back with this thing in slow motion to see how much it hurts. Oh no. You've gotten too good at this.
All right, 3, 2. Dang it.
Trying to surprise me?
Yes. 3, 2, 1.
Ah.
I failed. 2, 1.
Ow, the same spot!
3,
Aim low.
2, 1.
Oh my gosh, barely even touched me.
1.
Oh!
There we go.
Ah, that stings.
First one's like a line.
The first time you whipped it really good, and then the
Yeah.
second time it kind of just all piled up
It
onto my back.
smacked.
Oh, the old one's over here, and then the new one's right here.
Yeah, this
The
is
old
the new
one's
one.
bleeding.
The old one's swollen up and bleeding.
Oh no. When I was at Maker Faire, I got a lot of requests, and they like to see me do experiments with oobleck, so ask and ye shall receive. We have a big container of oobleck, and I'm gonna show you how to put them in balloons, because a lot of people also asked me, how the heck do you get oobleck in a balloon?
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but there is a trick to it. I'll show you. So you're gonna need a empty 2-liter bottle and a bottle that you cut the top off of, or some kind of funnel.
Which is also empty.
Yeah. All right, so I guess you can pour it in here. This is the first step. We gotta pour all of this into here. It doesn't go in easily. So start the time lapse. Now, here's another secret to doing this, is you need to blow up the balloon. But anyway, the trick is you need to blow up the balloon first, or else it's pretty much impossible to get the cornstarch to go into the balloon. And now, start another time lapse. Can the rubber band pop the oobleck balloon, or is it tougher than a regular water balloon? Did I hit it?
You hit my hand.
Oh, I hit it! Let's see what that looked like. The balloon did manage to deflect a direct hit from the whip, but maybe that's just because it's a thicker balloon. Maybe we need to do some more tests. Oh, it's leaking! Yeah, it's pretty tough. I don't think I can break it. Oh, I did it! I finally managed to crack open that oobleck balloon. It was a lot harder than a normal water balloon, but you know, that's probably because it was filled with oobleck, or maybe because the balloon was a little bit thicker. Either way, sliced right through the side of that balloon, made it all fall out. Well, that's the end of this video. Thanks for hanging around, and thank you, Chuck, for showing me how to make this cool toy, and I hope you guys enjoy making it too. Just try not to shoot your eyes out. See you next time. Bye.